Then you want force and no more word again. Why not belonging to the top? I'm going to again. And said they call me to the office of OSP.
I think it's going to me that you come look at you say you get a tea to the man. After you get a tea to the man, and you come now. So what next now?
And for me, I'll not there.
Nobody, you getting very. You say asking you too much question. Hey, there's me things that make your egg and bread. You bring it. Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Okay, sorry.
If you
okay, I will not ask you the question again. Okay, sorry.
When I give you answer now, then
okay. Explain again. I'm not asking you no more question again. Okay, let's go ahead now.
Go to school. The English say I need the English.
Okay, sorry. Now I say sorry now. Sorry.
Say Ali, you take that. You take that.
I'm taking time. Okay, sorry. Okay.
Say I can take that
to explain.
Yeah, okay. Distinguished colleagues, this is a two-faced issue.
This is a critical issue in this country, and we must stand up and speak the truth. Because for you to use the fact that prior to printing, it means you already telling me print. But before you print, come up to me. There is nothing in that paragraph that indicated that money should be printed.
The essence of this exercise, the essence of this exercise is to know the facts. Everybody will have the opportunity to ask questions if you so desire.
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you are, however you are joining us on this wonderful day. This is the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. My name is Khan Oliver Kine. Princess Alexa Vanja Colley is pretty seated today on her own birthday, making it the 4th of September 2024. On today's edition of the show, we have no other agenda but to play host to the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change, SG Jefferson Tamba Kojie. Kojie, the CDC Secretary General, will sit here today at about 4:30 to begin a conversation on issues relative to his political institution. What is the CDC's response to the level of governance in this country under the Joe Biden administration? What's the status of the political party? What are the CDC lawmakers doing up Capitol Hill to ensure that the system is going to be well coordinated? What are the issues involved? What are they doing as it relates to issues relative to the nation building? Right here on the People Station. So until then, Alexa and I, the birthday woman, will keep having some studio chit-chats. In between time, we will be giving bulk of you $20,000. And so since we are here, we are having our guests. The better for you. You can start to put in your operations. And remember, the code remains the same. *79 *70 hash. And you could be the one of the lucky winners to walk away with 20,000 Liberian dollars. Plenty of you will receive 20,000 Liberian dollars. And at the end of the show, at the end of the day, if you did not win the 20,000, if you didn't win the 20,000, you could be lucky to win the $100,000. So I will give several of you 20,000, and later on, we will be giving out 100,000 Liberian dollars to any of you who will be lucky. So the process starts now. You can rumble through your Lone Star Cell MTN phone, star 799 star 70 hash, to be eligible for this edition of the Freedom FM Golden Jackpot Cash giveaway. We take our break. When we come back, Alexa and I will rumble into some studio chit chats while we are also giving you some money. At which time, all of the different preparations for the arrival of SG Jefferson Koji will be done for the grand interview which is scheduled at 4:30 today. Let's take a break. When we come back, we bring you Crime Stoppers Liberia, our official sponsor, right here on the People Station.
There are crimes in many places, in every community, you know, you can see. So if you see crime, report it. Don't take law in your hands, follow the authority. Really can't take care of it. Crime Stopper here for us, bringing safety to your door. Father has a selfless coming down for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us selfless coming down for all of us.
Crime Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper, keeping us selfless coming down for all of us. Crime Stopper, the people bringing safety to your door. Crime Stopper, stopping crime and making peace for them before. Crime Stopper Liberia, from the center to interior. Crime Stopper.
What's up? Welcome back to. He just dropped a song called
It's a birthday.
to subscribe to my channel. I love you. Bye.
It's a birthday. We're gonna run, papa, jump around and have a good time. Jump, Rastafari. Yeah, you know. Yeah, just say me a celebrate now. They call it back. Gonna run, papa. It's a birthday time. Fever. Jump, Rastafari. Yeah, man.
Happy birthday to you.
We gonna celebrate.
Happy birthday to you.
We gonna have a good time.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
We gonna party.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you.
We jamming again.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
We gonna run, pam, pam, pam.
Happy birthday.
Yes, I am. Look at you. Come here, we jump up around and we run, pam, 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 for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Come back again. Come here, we jump up around and we run, pam, 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 for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Okay, so this is Happy Birthday by the Rabbi, a song done by George Manaware.
Celebrate.
A happy birthday song done by His Excellency Dr. George Manaware. He calls this one Happy Birthday.
Happy
King Buchu was featured on this one. And this is how I want to say happy birthday and welcome, Alexa. Good afternoon. Why are you laughing?
Well, thank you so much. Thank you very much. I don't know, the song is nice, but it actually was a shock that you actually started to have played that song.
Okay.
But I would like to say good morning, good afternoon, good evening to all of you. However, where you're joining us, I would like to say welcome to today's unique presentation of the program Freedom Hub on 87.9 FM.
Okay.
We have a lot to talk about today, and we're also having a guest in studio. Oliver had already done the introduction, but at the end of the day, we're going to go, strictly into it and talk about all of the different national issues in our country and just everything that is happening. To all of you, I want to say thank you so much for the beautiful birthday wishes. I'm really, really astonished. I'm really, really happy, and I'm really appreciative. Thank you to all of you. I'm grateful. I'm honored for all of the kind words, for all of the best wishes. This means a lot to me, and it actually goes a very, very, very long way. So I want to say thank you so much to all of you out there. Thanks for joining us. We're going to definitely have a lot of different things to talk about today. Welcome.
Okay, so basically, we're still having the studio chit chat while the rest of the media guys are kind of getting prep up. But we have the chief executive officer of this entity, Omen Samson Zebra, is on the line with a birthday message for Princess Alexa Vanja Colley and the people of Montserrat County. Honorable Sion, it's our honor to welcome you to Freedom Hub. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, KOK. Thank you so much, and good afternoon to Liberia. Good afternoon to Montserrat in particular. I want to say happy birthday to Alexa Princess Vanja Colley. She is a superstar. Princess, we wish you all the best on this day. And remember, we are propping out to make Montserrat better. Montserrat deserves better than the disaster we got. So we are getting set, ready, and we will do the best to make this place the best place in all the country in the entire sub-region. Montserrat would be better than that player called, I don't know which state in Nigeria is a more developed state. So Montserrat will try to change Montserrat. So Princess, happy birthday. And then let's remind the people in this country that we are coming their way soon. They will soon see us on their way.
Okay. So we are waiting you. Hopefully we'll play host to you. Just go to the business department and pay for your airtime. You come here and we'll be glad to interview you. Until then, it is Princess' birthday.
I will do my payment and I will do my PRA. No problem.
Okay. All right. Omen Sam, Montserrat hopeful. But again, we take this quick musical break. When we come back, we start to dash bulk of you 20,000 Liberian dollars. So keep it rolling.
Just before we go to that, Omen Samson, I remember this morning we had a very, very brief conversation, and he had actually rated me to say happy birthday.
Okay.
And I told him, well, you are, because he's always like superstar. So he is the maker of a lot of superstars.
Okay.
So I want to say thank you so much as well to you. And of course, we're waiting hopefully to have Montserrat to be one of the best counties in the country. Thank you.
So we go back to the song. We go back to the song Happy Birthday by Rabbi. This song was done by George Manuel. When we come back, we call the first $20,000 winner. Then we go back, we call another 20,000. Then another 20,000. So we'll give a lot of 20,000 before the arrival of the CDC Secretary General. And after a show, we will keep giving an additional $20,000. And later on, we're going to be dashing 100,000 Liberian dollars. Let's go to the lines and see who's going to be the next winner while we await the Secretary General of the Coalition for Democratic Change.
Yes, I am. Look control. Come every jump up around and we wrap up for your birthday. Happy birthday to you. Come back again. Come every jump up around and we wrap up for your birthday. Happy birthday to you. I know you feeling irate, so we gonna wrap up and celebrate. Yes, I am. Look control. Come every jump up around and we wrap up for your.
Okay, all right, so we leave it right there. We go over to this person. Hello, sir. How are you doing? Hello, how are you? We are great. What is your name? Where you join us from quickly? No time.
My name is Tamba
Freeport, Samokai. How many times did you play today, Samokai?
I played
10 times. You say your first name is what?
Yes.
What is your first name?
My name is Joshua
Joshua
Samuka.
Samukai. Okay, Joshua Samukai. Samukai. Samukai, can you tell us how did you play? Quickly, no time. Okay, star 79 star 70 hatch.
Yeah, then the Osho team.
And that's how.
When the Osho team is there, I'm a change my exam.
Okay.
I've done number 2 for Labendaro.
Okay, all right. Okay.
They are sent.
All right, Joshua. Joshua, that's enough. That's enough explanation already. What are the last 2 numbers of your telephone number? The last 2. The last 2 numbers.
What are the last 2 numbers?
Your telephone number. The last 2 telephone numbers you have.
Malusa number?
Yeah. In what? Okay. All right. So the name registered with the SIM card is Joshua Samukai, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Joshua. Congratulations. You won for yourself $20,000. When you receive it, call us back.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay, Joshua. We leave you right there. We're going to go back to the next couple of winners while the guys are getting their system set up for the arrival of the CDC Secretary General. Let's go back to the next person.
We gonna party.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you.
We jumping again.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
We gonna run pam pam pam.
Happy birthday.
Yes, I am. Look at you. Come here, we jump up around and we run up for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Come back again. Come here, we jump up around and we run up for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
I know you feeling irate, so we gonna run pam celebrate.
To you.
We gonna celebrate.
Happy birthday to you.
We gonna have a good time.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
We gonna party.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you.
We jumping again.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
We gonna run pam pam pam.
Happy birthday.
Okay, all right. So that is what it is. This is certainly the birth anniversary of my co-host, and while we're getting prep off to have the mayor at about 4:20, 4:25, 4:30, we're gonna go to this person on the line. Hello, sir. How you doing? Quickly. Hello. How are you? What is your name, Chief? What's your name? Quickly. No time. You are just hold on. You say your name is what? Alfonso. You gotta spell that Zoe. Alfonso. Spell. Yes. Spell the Zoe quickly. Zorryu. How many times did you play Zoe? Quickly. 3 times, Zoe. What is the last 2 numbers of your telephone number? 42. Okay, so Alfonso Zoe, you one of the people who won for yourself 20,000 Liberian dollars. When you receive it, call us back. Okay, all right, Alfonso. When you receive it, call us right back. In 10 minutes time, we're gonna have the SG of the CDC in studio. While we have that 10 minutes to leverage, it is the birthday of Princess Alexa Vanja Colley, my co-host, and I'm going to use that time very well. This song was done by do you know the artist, Princess? Do you know the artist who did the song?
You're being dramatic.
Is it Prince Nico? Maybe you have to listen.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you.
We jumping again.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
We gonna ram pam pam pam.
Happy birthday.
Yes, I am. Look at you, look at you. Come here, we jump up around and we ramp up for your birthday.
Okay, so welcome back to the program Freedom Hub on 87.9. And so so we're about to get rolling. The Secretary General of the CDC is already in studio. He's our prime guest on today's edition. He's the Honorable Jefferson Tamba Kojie. He has come to say a lot relative to the governance status of the country. So we'll proceed directly there in a couple of minutes. But while we get prepared, mind you, during the course of the show, you can keep playing. At the end of the show, we'll call the rest of you who are winning because we have a very great interview at the moment. So once you win, you call us back. We're going to get you on the line during the course of the show. But that is what it is. So we will go over now. Okay, yeah. So we'll take this quick break, make some adjustment, and by the time we are done, we're going to come back here to have the interview with the Honorable SG of the Congress for Democratic Change. Let's take a break to be right back.
Happy birthday to you.
We gonna have a good time.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
We gonna party.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you.
We jamming again.
Happy birthday to you.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
We gonna ram pam pam pam.
Happy birthday.
Yes, I am. Look at you. Come here, we jump up around and we ramp up for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Come back again. Come here, we jump up around and we ramp up for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
I know you feeling irate, so we gonna ramp up and celebrate and have a good time all night long. Happy birthday to you. I wish you well. Come here, we jump up around and we ramp up for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Come back again. Come here, we jump up around and we ramp up for your birthday.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you.
We gonna celebrate.
Happy birthday to you.
We gonna ramp up.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you.
Jamming again.
Happy birthday to you.
I know you feeling irate.
Happy birthday to you.
We gonna celebrate.
Happy birthday to you, dear.
I wish you well.
Happy birthday to you.
Today is your birthday, so we gotta celebrate and have a good time. Talk, Rastafari. I'm living a fearful. Wish you a fabulous and a glorious birthday. Yeah, man, get me now. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to
Studio B now, and have the mayor. Okay, so they said once a mayor, always a mayor. Mr. Koji, it is our honor to welcome you to Freedom Radio Liberia. Good afternoon.
Hey, good afternoon, KOK, as you are affectionately referred to. Let me say again, in a very unique way, Elesta Vanja Colley. I didn't know you also were a Virgo. So you're born in September.
Okay.
Now I realize how amazing you are. So let me use this time to say happy birthday as well. Thank you so much for being who you are.
Okay. All right. So that is exactly what it is. So Alexa, we got an hour, few minutes to deal with the Secretary General of the CDC. Alexa is going to come up during the course of the day. Today is her birthday, so she's not going to stress that much. But let's go over to you, Honorable SG. What is it? What's the situation with you? We are told, bulk of you, after the leadership, after President, we had 6 years. Bulk of you family, the whereabouts of your family people cannot be known. People say some of your family people ain't in Monrovia. They're out of Monrovia. What's the status of your family?
Well, thank you. But sometimes these are responsive that lead to something.
But,
we want to say to you the last time I was on a closing argument and somebody asked similar question, but I want to make very clear. We have the mother of my kid. I want to stay categorically clear. I'm not a married person yet.
Okay. You're now a married person.
Yeah, there's my kid. I currently live in the US.
Okay.
So that's it.
Okay, so you're not married, but your kids are currently with your kid's mother in the US.
Yeah.
Okay, so naturally there is a bond between you and the kids. What's the status of the relationship between their mother and you?
What do you want to delve into that?
I want to know.
Obviously,
the public will want to know.
Obviously, like I said to you, to remain a kid and the mother of my kid.
Okay.
And the key point, someone trying to reference whether I'm a married person.
Okay.
And I say to you, yes, indeed, I am not. And the kid is there, she's also there, and I'll be doing pretty well.
Okay. All right. So the record, the record is clear. He said he's not married, but he has his kids and they're with their mother outside of the country at the moment. Are they mature people?
No.
Okay. All right. Okay. So we're gonna move on to too many issues. Your political party has been in the news for the obvious reasons. You're the second runner-up in the electoral process. What is the status of your party headquarters? We want to start the conversation from there. What is it?
Well, frankly, we want to say thank you to you, KOK, and let me seize this time to, with a deep sense of appreciation and to recognize Innocent Sion.
Okay.
I want to say he's been doing extremely well. He's been contributing to the forward minds of our country in terms of where communication is. And I know what he's been going through. This platform has been used for the people of our country. We want to see, as you quickly placed it as it relates to our party headquarters. The CDC sent the bribe of it existent through the relationship of his founding father, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia.
Okay.
He had a very good relationship with the Banas family, so they predicated upon that. They thought it was necessary. That knowing who he is, so we benefited it. So we were able to take over the home. Politics being what it is, on the Unity Party region in 2009.
Okay,
it began a conflict, a family internal dispute. Against that backdrop, we have to exit the grounds of the party headquarters.
Okay.
And move to the personal residence of Her Excellency Dr. George Manawia at the 9th Street in 2009.
Okay.
After all was said and done, and the family dispute appeared to be settled by then, again, we had an opportunity on Archibald on that. We returned in 2010, and we sat there. Fortunately for us, we got elected in 2017. with the intention, always, our intention was to purchase the property.
To buy from the Bernards.
The Bernards.
Mhm.
But it has been engulfed with fierce family, what you call dispute. And more often people try to politicize it. And the Unity Party always thought the way to harm the CDC and thinking that to work, they think the CDC has been strategically located. And you know, so they thought they could use that. But we normally say to them, the CDC is not an LFA.
Okay.
The CDC, it is a philosophy, it is a phenomenal idea that people subscribe to. So correctly, when we took over, we could not buy it again. It was being what you call in internal dispute. But what we try to do, we've been a very good tenant. We've been paying, so we try to use the both family, hoping even now the case is currently at the Supreme Court.
So the party is talking to the both parties.
What the party have done, the party have lived, you know, a very good tenant relationship with the both party. But unfortunately for us, we can say to you categorically clear, the Unity Party has resuscitated its political chicanery to have the CDC dislocated. But we can say to you safely that the CDC and its leadership is in full swing, and there's no need to panic about the situation, the courts, and us as our leadership. We have filed the necessary papers that related to that. And so we can say to you the party is still in good standing, and the party has zero intention to leave on the grounds of the party headquarters.
In an event where at the level of the court, your party, the CDC, is unable, you know, or better still, the main individual you're dealing with from the family, in the event where they are defeated, you know, through the legal process, what do you do as an institution?
So basically, like we normally say, if the tenant conduct their affairs in a normal affairs, you can say the CDC will comply. But an attempt to engage into political chicanery, the CDC is a political institution, definitely will respond politically.
The property is not for you. I mean, SG.
You know, we make. Let us not. There are too many things to talk.
No, I agree. Let
us not waste our energy on a said and done issue.
I agree.
I would like to proceed quickly.
The property is not yours. We will go to where you want us to go to. I'm saying the property is not yours. In the event where the two brothers who are in court, you know,
there are multiple families, not just two brothers. There are multiple families.
So at the end of the day, the Supreme Court is going to rule in the favor of somebody. So in the event where the person is saying they would not want CDC to remain at the properties, what is this political party going to do?
We have stated clearly to you. Once it is done vote of politics, and that has been clearly established, obviously, like we've been conducting ourselves, we took over the state of this country. We could have said to you today, we will use our political authority as governing party to take over the property. So we are respecters of the law. We could not do that when we were in charge of the government of this country. So that speaks volume. It's saying to you, we are respecters of the law. But, you know, we speak to you in a very clear tone that people who think that you can weaponize the code because you have a political objective, you can rest assured that the CDC will meet you at the middle. The CDC will meet you politically. So one is about politics. We do not shy away. We are very stiff and we are very forceful in such a manner. It will happen in the future.
We're going to go there. And that was taking me to the next question. Your headquarters, there are too many reports in the media. Are you having ghettos at the headquarters of the CDC? Are you keeping people who are drug users at your headquarters, Mr. SG?
Absolutely. We do not in any way engage into illicit drugs at our grounds at the party headquarters. So we haven't done that, and we got zero intention to do such.
Of recent, LDA, and you are aware, we saw you in several of the videos where you were, you know, kind of talking to some of your partisans. The Joint Security has some operations behind your party headquarters, and the next day it became a national situation. As the Secretary General of the party, you care to tell us exactly on this platform what actually transpired?
Thank you. I want to begin personally to categorically debunk there was no joint activities at the back of the CDC headquarters. And some of them, because it was very late, and some of them did not even have the clear perimeter of the party headquarters. So they began to ask people, and they started to engage into sporadic shooting. The partisans, with their courage and resilience,
these are doing it now hours.
This is not hour. I had the partisans were able to stand up in the interest of their own lives.
Okay.
And because of what transpired, the partisans, through the message of God, and many of the partisans were screaming. So other partisans began to come and find their way to the party headquarters, and they engaged into self-defense because they could not have sat and allowed Mr. Bouaka instruction to commit a massacre on the grounds of the party.
So you said self-defense, and this is when the situation, extended to the daytime. We saw your partisans, blocking the main entry to your political party, into some exchange of wars and stuff with the police people. Do you call that self-defense?
So what they were doing is that the first thing they were trying to do, the fact that the police came in and they were shooting guns and they brutalized people, they inflicted wounds on people. Then to permit them in the day, so they see this. By the time they say the police have committed crime.
Okay,
they have committed crime. So they were coming to find justification. So they were finding a scenario. So they wanted to invade the party headquarters for the third time.
Okay.
So at that point in time, the fact that daylight was an opportunity, daylight was also a security for the partisans. So the partisans, those few courageous, brave partisans, decided the only thing they were doing, they were there effectuating the first law of nature.
Okay.
Self-defense.
Self-defense.
So what they were doing, they courageously ensured that the entrances of the party headquarters could not be invaded by state mercenaries under the direct instruction of Mr. Bouaka.
During the process, we saw footages where some of your partisans were in possession of stones. They were chanting, slogans, booing at the police officers. And do you call that self-defense?
Well, KOK, I will be very, I'll be very glad were you to tell us that a female was stripped naked.
Okay.
A young man was brutalized near to death. As we say to you, we stay in search of what transpired about him. Those things were happening, and you ask a man who is moving, attempting to commit massacre on the grounds, and you said they were using stone. They were stone. They were being courageous.
Was it proportionate?
That was brave courage. And they were saying that, yes, indeed, you may have. Remind what's take place at the Gaza Strip. And when you see heavily armed people, it doesn't matter what you come with, but they were armed with their courage. And they knew even at that point, they have accepted death. And they said to themselves that even when we die under these circumstances, we will go for feeling fulfilled, that we are subscribed and we are convicted to an ideology that is committed to redeeming this country. So those hijackers who are failed to solve the cogent and tangible issues of the Liberian people, but instead trying to engage into political chicanery, and at the same time trying to inflate injury, harm on the Liberian people. So those brave and courageous citizens of our country, even though they are partisan, but they are also citizens, which of course Mr. Bouaka is on a moral obligation to protect them.
Okay.
How dare you go to a premises and shooting 500 plus canister on the ground, and you want to talk about, say, they were throwing stone?
According to them, your partisans were trying to leave your compound to come to the main road, and they were trying to resist that.
So now, in today's Liberia, in Bouaka's Liberia, when somebody is perceived to have stolen, what do? So you allow police officer to shoot live bullet at them.
Did they shoot live bullets?
Of course, we display that.
Okay.
We display that. We have evidence about that. They shoot over 500 canister. Why were you doing that? If that is not a clear and a deliberate attempt, and the only thing we say to you, it is Mr. Bouaka's, second time. Only if when the political leader was on his way to the party headquarters. So we can think that since Mr. Barker came to the presidency, he had 3 attempts on the life of His Excellency. The first one was his arrival at the Rabat International Airport.
This is something strange you're revealing.
No, it's very because the actions have been systematic.
Okay.
The actions have been systematic.
Okay.
The first place is that when he came at the airport, what do you do? Do you deploy AFL personnel? That's what you do to one Liberia more peaceful person, a man who came over a country to you without hesitation.
Okay.
And did everything. The second time, by the day on the 5th, when you were moving on August 5th, he was on his way to the party headquarters. And quote unquote, we saw a heavily armed. What was their intention? What was their intention to go there? Do you want to harm me? So all of those things have failed. The second time, the first attack, when he refused to allow the EPS officer to protect him, what Barker gave him people of the ages of 70 years old, 60 years old, 50 years old, and he thinks those security is about trust. When he simply requested people that I know, people that I trust, I feel much more comfortable so that they can be able to protect me. Barker didn't do that. Then on the 22nd, when this political leader were on the way to the party headquarters, 3 a.m., what do? You send people there and you shot at the grounds of our illegally registered political party. Was so daring that the police could not have waited and used the court, but instead to have moved and commit the disaster and the harm they created today. And we say to you, it is the last we want to say to Mr. Bwaka. The CDC will not permit that. The CDC is peaceful. The CDC is tolerant. Okay. But the CDC, most of the CDC is peaceful. The CDC peaceful nature is not, in a sense, available for Bwaka massacre. We will not do that. We will not willingly present our partisans in harm's way. We will not do that. We are on a moral obligation to provide leadership for our people. Okay. We are on a moral obligation to provide leadership and protect them. If nothing we can do, we will ensure that these people are protected against the evil plan of Mr. Bwaka.
As the Secretary General of your political party, all of what transpired on the day where the police filed the different canisters and so forth, do you regret what your partisans did on that fateful day as the chief scribe of your institution? Do you regret any of their actions?
I regret Mr. Bwaka. I didn't believe that Mr. Bwaka, his age and the kind of a person he is, I didn't believe.
I'm asking about what your partisans did.
No, let me explain. Let me put the question in context.
Okay.
It's a very fun way. I regret it. If anybody could have said to me, I didn't believe that Mr. Bwaka, who in several capacity, he can be called a father, a grandfather, an uncle, and anything that got to do with old age, he fit in our category. So in that category, what people anticipate is a sense of humanity. It's a sense of patriotism. So Mr. Bwaka needs to answer. Over our last 6 years, how could he felt if the CDC could have instructed police to go on the grounds of the party headquarters of the Unity Party? Okay. Those that were being brutalized are not aliens. Those that are being harmed, they are not foreigners. Those are Liberians. And you ask us, say we regret, but we are grateful. We are not regretful. Okay. We are grateful.
So you're not regretting any action the solution took.
Grateful that these people survived the carnage of Mr. Bwaka. Okay. We are grateful that these people, when they narrowly survived from the teeth of evil, when Mr. Bwaka's intention was to ensure that some of them who have gotten, if the police were so merciless in ensuring that women, they are our mothers, they are our sisters. My only regret is that up to this time, there's not a single condemnation of the women voices, the civil society, our civil society practitioner, a mother who have been scraped, naked, paraded and beaten. Oh, okay, maybe apparently I can understand. Apparently because she is ECDtion. apparently because she chose to be a sedition.
Okay.
If you become a sedition in this country, there are certain group of people think that your rights are limited. Apparently, you become a third-class citizen. You no longer qualify to be a Liberian. What transpired over there? Those kids, nobody is thinking they are where to bow. Somebody in hospitals, in various, medical facility.
Okay.
But apparently their identity is a conflict to them. They should not be sedition. Apparently when they cease from being sedition, then their rights will be restored. That is the Liberia we are living in.
Okay.
The Liberia where Mr. Boaka deceived the Liberian people and told them he had a package to redeem them. Is this what you voted for? To say, okay, let's agree, the CDC were not perfect. But this is the country that the Liberian people were accepting, the Liberian people were anticipating. You may not have, like Mr. Weah, he may not be your friend, and I'll come and judge that I'll be friend with you. Somebody would just wave to me. He said, I listened to the president. And his song, he just sang a song. It's fun. But this CEO person was angry that this president were engaged into making music. So I understand, apparently, it's not that he was engaged into making music or he was making song, but because it was offensive that a boy from Gibraltar were occupying a space that is considered to be most sacred.
Okay.
That was his offense. It's not because he engaged into a God-given talent to make song, what people will enjoy. It became very offensive. People thought it was a wrong thing. Today, he's still making song. He haven't changed.
Okay.
It's one character that is consistent like a nothing star.
We're gonna go.
People, I can't believe you're learning this thing. People who were claiming that making song was the issue where people were not going to school. That making song was the issue that people were not finding food to eat. We want to ask them, Mr. Boaka is not making song. What is the stories of the people of Liberia?
We're going to go to the issues of governance. We want to wrap up on what is happening with your party, the current administration, with reference to this quote unquote, suppression and so forth. Now, when you detail all of the issues that you've been encountering as our political party against the government, for example, the situation at the airport, the recent police raid at your party headquarters, and remembering a particular time when your political leader, then president, underwrote the costs of the medical bill of current President Boaka. Do you guys at the CDC sometimes regret, looking at how the Boaka's administration is treating the CDC and knowing fully well that it was your political leader, President Weah, at the time, who paid the medical bills for the first, pacemaker surgery of the current president? Do you guys sometimes regret the decision?
But you see, for us, it is the CDC. It is a philosophy.
Okay.
We subscribe to a people-driven policy, and that's the way we say the United Party is engaging to an anti-people policy.
Okay.
It is a nature. We were taught, a lot of us, because we came from a very humble background. Take for example, Mr. Weah came from Clarendon. I came from West Point. Greg came from what you call right on the capital, Baba, Warren. So because we were able to grow in these communities, our sense of identity and our sense of humanity, it taught us how to care for human beings.
Okay.
So for us, doing it, we were doing it as an obligation as a human being to care for another person. So what we are baffled on is for Mr. Boaka insensitivity, not to know that when nobody does it so easily, your rival who is sick, who is challenged with a medical situation, and this man with so much humanity in his heart, he thought to intervene. And today you say sedition. No, we do not regret.
Okay.
We are grateful people.
Okay.
We do not regret. We will, trust me.
So in the midst of all of what's happening to your party by his administration, you are now regretting the fact that your political leader wants pay for his medical bills.
No, we do not regret about that because it is our nature.
Okay.
We don't regret because you are made of a particular a condition. Our nature is to be good. Our nature is to relate to humankind.
Okay.
But no, even though we do not regret, but we can say to you with very clear and straight face that the party and its partisan is very clear that some of those things that occurred, if but the special grace of God, if the Liberian people go through a soul suction and begin to say, we did not do well to the CDC, and we give the CDC opportunity, what we will do, we see that as a moral lesson.
Okay.
Instead of regretting, we do not regret.
Okay.
We learn a lesson.
So in other words,
our lesson is we learn.
In other words,
even though we care for people, that certain human beings do not deserve your attention.
Okay.
So those kind of people, our approach will be quite different for them.
So
because when you intervene, you will be creating a monster that will subsequently affect the country.
Okay.
So with that, we cannot say we regret. We took a lesson from there.
So you're not
and
doing
that lesson will apply appropriately at the appropriate time.
Okay. So even though you're not regretting assisting President Walker to live at the moment, but when you come back, you are saying to us on this public radio that the CDC is not going to be as generous as you guys used to be when you were in power, especially with the issue that has to do with the president's situation.
The CDC will be very vigilant. We can't say we'll not be generous. We are a very generous party.
Okay.
But the CDC will be vigilant. At one point in time, the CDC vigilance were, in terms of being extremely vigilant, I think the CDC has a gap into that.
Okay.
So in doing that, the party this time around, the party will not allow the governments to govern itself.
Okay.
There will be a full party involvement in the governance of the party.
Okay.
Because when the governance is no longer the party state. So with that, we think our partisans and leadership will have a say, and we ensure that this time around decision will be collective.
Okay.
Where one person will say, look, because you have a relationship with the leader, or because you are told, no, the CDC have learned a lesson so well, and because we believe this action, the ripple effect, is the ordinary partisan who become vulnerable.
Okay.
So we can't allow our decision to continuously put them in harm's way.
Okay.
It is our responsibility to protect them and to ensure that they are protected and they are safeguarded on our astute leadership.
Okay. Alessa has a question for you. When she's done, we'll go directly into governance issues.
Well, okay. In as much as I'm supposed to be well relaxed today, I'm still going to ask, because I've listened to a lot of different things the mayor said. I'm sorry if you're out there, you don't want me to call him mayor. I'm sorry, no apology for that. So you talked about a lot of things. Oliver discussed incidents from the party headquarters issues to a couple of different issues. So I would like to know personally for you, of course, you came from the opposition. And of course, you won the election 2017. You became mayor of the city of Monrovia. So that was a very powerful position that had influence, and maybe to some extent you could do a lot of things that people couldn't imagine, or maybe people could imagine who do not know how to describe that. But there has been a series of events, or it has been really eventful for CDC as a political party. So we'll go back to losing the elections 2023. And after that, we saw sanctions across the country. Of course, you're one of the people, on there, and other people from your political party as well. So from sanction, we go back to, CDC having issues with their party headquarters. So I would like to know, how is it for you as an individual personally, with all of these different, I don't want to say unfortunate situations, but with all of these different eventful happenings, how has it actually been? And after answering that, has it really affected, you as an individual? Because now we see Koji every now and then having press conferences. At about this moment, we see Koji writes, every single day on his social media handles. So has it really affected you emotionally?
Well, quite frankly, we are human, and we can be excited about what we encounter. So humanly speaking, I can say to you without stupor, the events that have systematically taken over has a toll on us individually, and it also has a toll on the institution. And that's why when KOK asked, and I said, we learned a lesson.
Okay.
And that we can't come to the microphone and say to us that, look, we want to go to the face and say we are strong and don't know. Even the strongest man in the point of his life have to sit in his closet and have a sober reflection. So if we must respond to this question, I want to say to you, it has been a journey, a long journey, but we are very...
You're taking your time to answer this question.
Is it way too emotional for you or what?
We are very, very much confident and faithful.
You missing power?
We are faithful about that.
SG Koji, are you missing power?
Well, you may frame it the way you want to frame it. I think it's not about the power.
You miss being the mayor of Monroeville?
Is to wake up in the morning and see a schools of Liberians are being chased out of their offices only because they are affiliated with the CDC. That is the emotion.
Okay.
To wake up in the morning and people have to be chased from school because they cannot afford, and they say the president we has no more available. That is the emotion.
Okay.
It's not about you being in power. It's about the people who love this institution. Today, they've been persecuted. They've been chased. People are returning. Take for example, the foreign students, foreign workers. These people, their only crime is because people perceive them and say they were associated or they associated with the CDC. Those are the emotional moments for me.
Okay.
When people call me and say, SG Koji, can you intervene? And I see I can no longer do those things. Obviously, as a human being, as an institution, indeed, it has a toll on us.
Okay.
And all we can say to you, we have learned our lesson. We're going to stay here. And that's why we consistently try to inspire our people. And we will stay with you. I would say I'm sanctioned. It's a major thing. I'm a young person and you sanction me. I could say, let me go and go sit on my farm and do my personal thing. But it is a gap. We inspire these people.
Okay.
We allow them to subscribe, to believe in the philosophical standing of the multicultural democratic change. Should we walk away? What will become of them? Some of them die on our leadership. So for us, we think we want to suspend our emotional breakdown and to continue to soldier on in a fearless defense of these people and reassure them that by true faith, by the special grace of Yahweh, we shall return in a very good way.
Okay, let's take this quick break. When we come back, we go over to you for other governance issues in the country. We take break from Crime Stoppers Liberia.
Liberia.
Sam Sanya, and this is somebody who is going to give Senator DeLong all of the different running stomach for Montserrat County. I know Mayor Koji will respond to that some other time. But we'll go back to you on several governance issues in the country now. A lot of Liberians think your party, the CDC, is not ready for the opposition life. They see your party being so quiet. They think you are not taking this government hands on. I can recall in 2018, less than 4 months into your leadership as the CDC administration, you saw the Unity Party collaborating with the All Liberian Party, the ANC, the Liberty Party, and that arrangement birthed the CPP. And every single day of your first year in your administration became a day of protest in this country. All of the political parties will go ahead, organize different CDU operations. They see your party so silent in the midst of 207, individuals being dismissed from the Ministry of Transport. You have over 800 individuals dismissed from the Ministry of State. Contractors being sidelined from the Central Bank of Liberia. There are threats being made against contractors at the Freeport. Almost every entity in this country got some form of dismissal and termination going on. There are reports of $22 million being misapplied from the Ministry of Public Works. There is an issue that has to do with Sylvester Grisby taking $500,000 from NASCOP even before they could come to power. There is another situation that involved the NPA managing director misapplying $25,000 that was intended for police brutality victims in Kinjal, and several other corruption allegations coming up. They think your party is not standing for the Liberian people as the alternative government that you should be. Why are you, not living up to the expectation of those who think that there should be a more robust opposition community in this country?
Okay. Thank you. And you have said it eloquently well. Those are the real issues that are confronting our people. I just want to take a back seat that I totally disagreed with them. If anyone want to perceive or even imagine that we are not strong because we have our own approach. And that's why the Unity Party is different from the CDC.
They think your approach is not working, and that's why the government keep doing what they keep doing.
Well, to not come across differently, our people who believe in us and follow the CDC, they believe in our leadership. They are aware. They have absolute regard for us. The other people who think they want us to use the Unity Party modus operandi, we cannot do that.
Okay.
See what is happening to Mr. Boakai. When people go to the ballot and think that other people were not good for them, and they make a decision, sometimes it's fair enough, because for us, we said to you, we know where we came from.
Okay.
We love this country. You should allow them to have a fair appreciation of what they claim were far better than what they have.
Okay.
And so that as I'm speaking to you about the moral lessons that we have learned as an institution and as a people. So they too, one of those who are against her, take for example. So now we understand that Mr. Boakai is violating Article 5. I want you to look at Article 5 of the Liberian Constitution. What it says to you. It tells you about, you see, when the CDC came, there was this flimsy argument that the CDC were inexperienced. The CDC, the likes of KOK ELEXA, they knew nothing. Ambassador, he has zero understanding. They market that perception so well to the extent people bought it. But you know what? We were not bothered because we knew ourselves. And we didn't want that people definition of us. You can't come here and up to this person. When we took over, we did not engage into violating the Constitution. What do that mean? Because we are, at no point in time, you have John Weah appointed. At no point in time, you have Timothy Weah. At no point in time, you have his daughter to be appointed. Because he was condescending. But yes, indeed, Article 5 says about nepotism. Article 5 says about ensuring that people reserve the right as a citizen in respect of the political persuasion. But today's Mr. Boakai saying to you that his son is a senior advisor. Let me lay out to you a school so they can know. So they know. So we'll lay out to them. Then they will be able to respond to you in it. Take for example, Mr. Boakai, see what's happening. People say, oh yeah, I was on the radio the last time. People say, oh, why are you talking about the Lofa people? And you see, man, obviously I am a Lofian. You think I feel comfortable that you have two republic? A republic. You have the Republic of Liberia and you have the Republic of Lofa.
No, we have only one republic.
Well,
Mr. SG.
Yeah, well, you can choose to do that, but by inference and by clear demonstration, and I can tell you why the people turn is at the Republic. Give me an example. All of the issues, the entire sector that got to do with our finances is squarely. As soon as you from River, why you sound like that? Obviously, I sounding like that. There are history in this country. When things go wrong, people get affected by association.
Okay.
I remember there were times in the country, people were chasing people on the basis of their tribe. They were asking them when you get to checkpoint, what are you crying, man? What are you doing, man? If we do not sell out and say today or tomorrow, if Mr. Braga continue to govern himself in this way, if something go wrong, people will be chasing the fears in this country.
Okay.
They will be asking them. Lofa was responsible. Even though people who were telling us that Mr. Weir was engaged in having all of the Easterners, maybe that the venture that Mr. Braga came with. Maybe that the venture he came with.
But the South is now one county.
Maybe that the ventures he came with. To the extent that he have allowed everybody. Somebody was just checking about them. I listened to a young man who just posted. He's a media practitioner, one Alexander Badet. He posted something, I read through. I saw close to almost 47 key sectors are all been presided over from Lofa. And they say, this kind of a situation, you cannot. And people think the issue is that we want voices to be heard. I want to commend Senta. Senta said Mr. Braga is more trouble than any other president.
Also, CDC commending Senta instead of CDC making the case for the library.
No.
You see, so what are you doing? What are you doing towards it?
No, sometimes it's important. It's important to allow a third party.
Okay.
Important. We want the library for two things. Two things here we want as an institution.
Okay.
Our responsibility, our first responsibility is to retreat into our party. And that's what we did.
Okay.
And to have a sober reflection to know exactly what did we went wrong and what do we do to correct those wrongs. We are not so anxious to know Mr. Braga fee. That is not in our plan. That is not in our purview.
In your process to do your recalibration, these things are still happening.
Our responsibility is to flag them.
Okay.
It's to flag them.
Are you flagging them enough?
Of course we are flagging. Where somebody think that no, when you want maybe the Unity Party thing, that was something happened here. They say, oh, we're sort of developing the country here. The CDC brought trouble here. They put everything down. No. These things will crumble. Mr. Braga will crumble under the weight of his gross incompetence.
Mr. SG, the people are not asking you to demonstrate or to throw rocks and do stuff in the country. They are asking you to politically engage the system, legally engage the system. What is the relationship you have with your lawmakers at the Capitol?
You see, our lawmakers, we have called on them.
The CDC got the majority of members of the House of Representatives, and you also have close to 9 individuals at the Senate who were elected on your ticket. You have the most lawmakers in both houses than any single political party, combined. Yet and still, these things are happening. Your party is doing nothing. What is the connection you have?
You see, your party is doing nothing. What you call a frivolous.
Okay.
To think that we're doing nothing.
Okay.
I do not know why you trying to be something.
Okay.
Our role as a political institution is to time to time checkmate Mr. Braga.
Are you checkmating
really doing that?
Are you doing that?
Of course, we doing that. How do we do it? Is to call on the excesses that Mr. Braga has engaged into. Of course, you just said we're not calling numerous Before I even come here, what did I say about Bouaka? I said Bouaka is engaged into a naked vindictiveness.
Okay.
Geared towards dismissing people on political vengeance. Those are things we're saying.
And that's what I'm asking you. What's the connection between
saying,
your party, and the lawmakers of Capital who were elected on your ticket?
We have some concern about them.
Okay.
That's what we're saying. And very soon, they will take full responsibility of their action.
Okay.
We want to be categorically clear about the way they're proceeding. Are we happy? No, we're not. We can say to you or not. We have called them privately. We have called them, we have engaged them. We have flagged those issues. Very soon we say to them, the party will be very category.
And that's why some Liberians...
You keep saying that not one time. A couple of times we've listened to you. We're going to get back to Bouaka very soon. We're going to get back to Bouaka very soon.
When your lawmakers are even eating the very Bouaka in doing some of the things that are happening in the country.
There's nothing more to be done other than just talking. Is it just going to be that?
We can say to you that sometimes it's not what your anticipation is.
Okay.
For us, it's what is appropriate, and that appropriateness must have its own time and intervention. So as an institution, we have done that the first time. The political leader, what did he do? When people were dismissed, when those things happened in the party headquarters, he was very clear. He spoke and he laid out the basis.
In his statement, he said there will be political and legal actions.
And what did he do again? One of the political issues he wrote our partners. Not only ECOWAS, we have written. You see, we have come from a vantage point.
Okay.
We have served 12 years in opposition. We have served 6 years in government.
Okay.
So we have a very deep appreciation both as an opposition institution and as a governance institution.
Okay.
We are not just interested in trying to collapse this place and for people to think that is a definition of action.
Okay.
If you think that what the CDC is up to do, no, the CDC not do. The CDC will compel Bouaka to comply legally in this country. The CDC will do that. Take an example.
Saying it is one thing, Mayor. And doing it is another thing.
It has gone a couple of months, in fact. You have a lot of ordinary citizens who are now home. They don't have jobs. And then you have a lot of them who are struggling economically. So is it always going to be we will?
To educate them. Our duty is to inform them the power of the people. The power is deeply. Article 1 said the power is rested in the bosom of our people.
Okay.
We as a leader, we are here to ensure and provide eloquent and cogent education for them.
Okay.
And tell them what is doing.
So beyond that,
people think CDC has lost the original identity, that is to stand up for people, and there are ways they're actually saying it. So is it because you governed the country for 6 years, so you've actually changed from being the CDC people know to a different CDC?
Then we need to ask, what is that CDC?
You go back to the ordinary people, they know you, so they're the ones saying your identity.
So because they know us, we provide leadership for them. I can tell you, the people who know us do not question the way we govern them. They're aware of that.
Should Liberians trust the CDC, to hold this government accountable?
Well, Liberians will trust themselves to hold this government accountable. Liberians will trust themselves.
You think so?
Of course.
CDC is an institution that could possibly be the government in waiting.
Of course, but
so of course people will look up to CDC for direction as well as guidance. So they should not trust the CDC or should not look up to the CDC.
No, the CDC haven't shied away from that responsibility.
From the records we have before us, Honorable SG, your lawmakers, for example, at the level of the Liberian Senate, when this issue of the $22 million went to the Senate, that was misapplied by the Ministry of Public Works, it was your senator elected on the CDC's ticket from Grangru County who filed the motion to have Public Works Ministry officials pardoned in the midst of wanton abuse and violation of the public procurement laws of our country. How is the CDC going to keep this government feet to the fire when your lawmakers are the ones pardoning executive officials for violating the laws of our country? Senator Albert Tubachie was elected on the CDC ticket. What is your political party doing about it?
Okay, when you speak in such a context, then we'll have a conversation. And that's what I said to you. When you speak in such a context, we'll have a conversation. If you're saying our legislators has delivering on their responsibility, then I can sharply say to you, have a conversation on that.
Okay.
So what are we? It's not our own issue as an institution. Is that we have our various measures.
So you let people, you don't have control over them.
Well, it's an open secret here. Some people turn to be very selfish.
Okay.
People tend to be disloyal.
So okay. One of the people who's
the institution cannot be held liable for people inborn tendency.
So what do you do when somebody is showing signs of not being loyal to you, going against your party, ideology? What do you do as a political institution?
So CDC reprimand them.
Okay, so what have you done?
So what have we done? We have called them to book.
Okay.
We have called them to book, and they have time frame for that.
Okay.
The CDC has a time frame. So the CDC has a lot of, let me tell you, the CDC has priority. There are a lot of things on our books there. Our first engagement is to use this time to contact, because the Unity Party has a culture of deceptiveness.
Okay.
Where they will say the CDC failed, the Liberian people never wanted the CDC, what the CDC have done, Mr. We want the culture. You see what how you call him, Ron? The guy out of information ministry. And normally they refer to an unintended child. That man sat and said, Mr. We are as a troublemaker. Can you see that? To the extent you were saying, I listen to you, I can't even laugh. You know, when people sit out in America and they want their status, they don't get it, they come back, they can be excited. When you throw peanuts their will. He said to us that the IRA rule, we do anything, but you are here 12 years. 12 years. You didn't brush the rule. It took us in 6 years to create a semblance of working through.
Okay.
So he called on all those names. I'm trying to say to you, the CDC is a very decisive, authentic institution.
So the
CDC,
there will be decision taking against the lawmakers.
CDC has a way to lead its institution and its people. The CDC will lead, and the CDC has a way to respond to Mr. Boaka. Our way to respond to Mr. Boaka first is to notify him. And after notification is to place him on trial.
Okay.
And I can say to you, no matter how you call it and say, look, the CDC haven't done this, they've done 2 days. No. The Unity Party did exactly. So if the CDC come back to power, we understand governance. Is that in our prayers, the way people were lying here and saying to us, three missing ball, auditor were killed, Chelsea Coach was a murderer, and all those kind of a malicious political setting. It's not what we must do. It's not have to for our country.
Okay.
I do not have to lie. Okay, because I want to appeal to the Liberian people.
Okay.
And that's why today, you see, they are facing a very difficult to solve the issue. Look at today, a very low turnout of school-going children. You go on the street, very soon the country is, when I said, when the bagger is proceeding, it's not too far for a vicious cycle of violence. It's been breeding. But the CDC, it's not in the CDC interest because the CDC want to change this country, so the CDC should collapse the country. No, the CDC will not do that. But Mr. Boaka will collapse this country through his own actions. And that's what the CDC will do. All the CDC will do, the CDC will be here. And the Liberian people will know fully well that the CDC provided leadership, and what the Liberian people became they were victim to the malicious lie that were being told by Mr. Boaka and his gang of political desperados.
Okay. All right. So, Honorable SG, there have been too many issues of recent. We're about to wrap up, to go to the lines. Of recent, the Supreme Court made a decision, handed down a ruling, equating the former Chief Justice of our country, Madam Gloria Maya Musa-Scott. After the lower court had already found her guilty, she was then declared a free person. You were one of the individuals who were implicated in that situation. What's the response to the whole ruling and the rest of it?
Well, basically, when the unfortunate situation occurred, it sat in our heart that owing to the fact that kind of a person I am, a former national youth and student activist, we advocated against injustices in this country. There was a similar story in 2007, the late Inja Topa, when I became a lead advocate. It was in the same mysterious circumstances. So the fact that her thing, and the fact that she lost life in similar circumstances, it was saddening to me. And so we condemn it. But just unfair that because our political society was so toxic, that people decided to politicize the way she died. By the extent we are calling gaslighting people like us, to the extent it undermines for justice to prevail itself. So what did I do? Because as a former activist, I waived my privileges as a mayor then. Went to the police, even though the burden is on the accuser. But I who were being accused, I decided to go to cooperate.
Okay.
Because my interest was to ensure that the perpetrator be discovered.
Okay.
And whosoever he is or not. So we went to the court and we availed ourselves. Our accuser were nowhere to be found. The landlord councillor, Jerome Verdier, they issued, the situation took place on the 22nd. On the 23rd, Jerome Verdier was a platform invaded to him, and he began to narrate like a turn. He was narrating a movie, a graphic movie was being told by him. Time for him to be able to aid the police and the investigator. He said he was providing lead. Who does that? And up to present, Jerome Verdier is here. And I think when we went to the court who said we were exonerated, and the Supreme Court said there's no sufficient evidence to indict her. Well, she as a person of Alaska have never accused her and said we're involved. All we opting for that the perpetrator must be discovered.
Okay.
Whatever they can do, they are in control of the state now. They must do everything possible so that, because when they were in the opposition, I remember Mr. Blacker went to her residence. The rescue mission was showing so much interest. God is so wonderful. God is very interesting. Today, they have everything it takes to be able to give that innocent soul justice. They must be able to send for Jerome Verdier, who supported them. He must be able to come.
So you want the government to go beyond all measure to ensure that justice is done?
To be done, because she deserves.
Okay.
But I will say to you clearly, whatever they take, the Supreme Court has an opinion, but the dead will also render her opinion.
Let's go to the last one before we go to our lines quickly. We will also take our break. Just so you know, Freedom Hub on 87.9 is being proudly sponsored by Crime Stoppers Liberia and Radio Entertainment Liberia. Don't forget, we still got $100,000 plus several other $20,000 to give by the time the mayor is done with.
So I can play too?
Yeah, when you want to play, we'll teach you how to play. So that is what it is. But let's go over to the last topic, then we'll go to the lines. Is the CDC putting up a resistance against the fight against corruption?
How could the CDC ever do that?
Few of your partisans, or better still, individuals who serve in your administration were, indicted. Some of them written to come to the courts, to go to the LECC and go to other anti-graft institutions to provide their accounts. Some of them went. Some did not show up. Up to now, what is the CDC's response towards the attempt by this government to fight corruption?
No, the CDC will put up no resistance to fight, and that's what the CDC. If the CDC were to put up resistance, she will not turn the government over. Yes, the CDC will put up resistance. You know what it puts easy? When you decide to weaponize the code, when you decide to do political witch hunting, you can rest assured the CDC will resist. The CDC will resist politically in all form and manner.
How is it a witch hunt situation?
Well,
when you serve the government and there is an audit report to look into your stewardship, how is it that action a witch hunt?
No, there's a clear witch hunt.
How?
When Mr. Boakai, look at when Mr. Boakai, like I said to you, Mr. Boakai is using Article 5 of our Constitution to break down the governance of our country. Take, for example, what's taking place with LTA. Take example, what's taking place with LTA. Mr. Boakai comes to you and say that he is removing people forcefully from their job. The Supreme Court go in and intervene and say to her, they say one who talk about equity must come with clean hands.
Okay.
He comes there and defied the court order. He goes about suspending these people and allowing these political janjaweeds to take over in a gangsterism way.
Mm-hmm.
And sooner or later, we get to realize what Mr. Boubacar has done. You realize
so because he's not he's not respecting the court, so your party is not going to respect the court as well.
No, we will help him. We will compare him to respect the court.
Okay.
We compare him.
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to do first thing first. If you cannot do what is appropriate legally, and you think you can come here only because you have the government at your disposal and you want to use that as a way to intimidate the CDC, obviously the CDC will not succumb, and neither will we kowtow to such tendency and behavior. You see what's happening to the players, and that's why I just feel so sad. What the CDC do know, I feel very sad for the unity partisans. I feel very sad. One of them who often come and never stop regretting.
Quickly before we go to the lines.
So we say this to you. You cannot see a president. For example, what happened to Central Bank? Violating the law. What happened about taking 8 million? So all of those things are pondering, fingering budget, doing this. Then you come to, when you come to in your bracket, when you get a generator, is being well paid than a living person, and people cannot even go to school. And this is the man who say he fought corruption.
The man said he made a salary like that.
So you see, it is a blatant hypocrisy. If we came here, when we came here, it was 22. The SOE, it was 22,000.
Okay, so
what did we do?
So you made it at 22,000.
We made it at 22,000, and we reduced it to 7,800. When it went to 7,800, because they went with their benefit, the left benefit, so it went to 15. So if that is an argument to survive, Patrick, who sat here like a moral voice, condemn almost every other person, and Patrick, I'll be honest with you, Patrick is one of those FQ that are responsible for the death of sedition on November 7th.
Okay.
When you were to true effort, I'm saying to you, sedition can call will tell you. DJ pressure. This man was playing pressure and said the former chairman Mobake Malu were offloading weapons at his residence. He were asking AB Commandant, asking them, and said men were moved to the party headquarters.
Okay.
It was upon that instruction from Patrick Hunter. At that time, we used to call him the Radio Gigali. He was behind the microphone, giving instruction and treated sedition like they were lesser class animals. And that's why the police who were in charge back then, they were shooting live bullets. And that's why some people today, they are much to blame the police, but Patrick Hunter on a faithful day as any citizen. The former chairperson, Baba Kimalu, you go back, we have the tape. You were listening to Patrick Hunter while playing pressure, instructing police. The police must move in. But that kind of individual today, who has been, you got Isaac Jackson, I don't know where Isaac Jackson can take his phrases from. And he's struggling his balance about a self-pretentious creature who consistently bully almost everyone in this country.
Okay.
But today, he has a generator that is far well taken care of than a living person. The people who, these young people who are now to their offices. So the question is, these young children, they voted for them to be at their offices, and you complain today and say, these are things we're going through. What do you expect them to go where you are voted for? It is incumbent upon you to find solution. You must create the atmosphere where these people cannot become beggars. You must find the opportunity to empower them. If they were in power, you think, who like to beg? To beg is the last point of human dignity.
Okay.
And like you try to surrender your dignity. Anybody who beg, and like you are forego everything in life, is taste ingenious for you to think that people judge in a joyfully go and beg. Nobody go to beg.
Okay.
But people only beg on a condition. That condition is provided by them. These people, they're not favored to do for them. These young people and partisans invested into them. Today, they sit in an air-conditioned car in their homes, and they take care of their girlfriends, they take care of their relatives. They are obligated to solve the issues of these people.
Okay. All right. They are obligated to solve the problems of the people. So Patrick cannot keep making 15,000 and complain that the people are begging. Those were the last comments from the Secretary General of the CDC. We take this quick break. When we come back, we will go to the lines and start to take your calls. But at the moment, there are a few of our callers, a few of our winners who have won our money. And so we'll continue to give you the money right after the call segment when the mayor is done responding to those of you who will be calling here on the conversation. So for you to make your import, you can join us on 086 500 104 0776 104 104 to be a part of the conversation. Those of you outside Liberia, you can call us on +231 86 500 104. Let's take this quick break to be right back.
On the Saturday interior, keeping us safe, let's stop for all.
Crown Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it, you report it. This is a message from your own self, Omen Sam Sion.
Crown Stopper, the people bringing safe interior. Crown Stopper, keeping us safe, let's stop for all.
Crown Stopper Liberia is here for you. Remember, you see it.
Okay, all right, so welcome back, my dear brother. How you doing? Quickly. Okay, we agreed. Did you receive your money quickly? No time.
Yeah, I received it. Thank you very much.
How much did you receive? We're about to go to our lines.
20K.
20,000. Thank you very much. We leave it right there. All of you who receive your money, you can start to call. Like I told you, call us and we'll squeeze you in to confirm that you receive your money. Let's go to the lines and talk to this first caller. Hello, sir. How you doing?
Hello, Kai.
How are you, my dear?
Fine. Thank you for the show, Alexa thing. Yeah, so your studio guest, I want to really ask about the permit that the head of the justice said she was having some investigation concerning the permit. We've not heard about anything about it. Those people that went to the CCC.
Are you talking about the permit or the warrant?
Sorry, the warrant.
Okay.
The warrant, exactly. We've not heard anything because we heard there was an investigation concerning that warrant.
Okay. All right. Okay. Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's talk to the other person. Hello, how you doing? Quickly, let's hear you.
How are you, dear brother? Ken, how are you?
We are great, sir. What's your name? Where you join us from?
Thank you, brother. This is Brother Wisset, the acting chairman of the Revolutionary National Unity of the Congress for Democratic Change.
Avin Wisset, go ahead quickly.
Let me appreciate the Secretary General, the Irregular Secretary General, the Chief Commissar of the National Secretary of our party. Like you said clearly, the regime is nervous, it's jittery, and you can see that the state itself is now in charge of itself. That's why Mr. Walker and his band of criminals have left this country, and you can see what happened in our country. It tells you that these people are all for chaos, but the real chaos will be from the economic condition of the people, the objective condition of the people. Today, schools are open in the country. Today, motorcycles are disenchanted, marketeers and boys. There's mass dismissal of our people all around this place. So, I mean, the whole government is playing a panic move. So, thanks to the Secretary General for making the case. The young people are vigilant and supporting, ensuring that the CDC will remain vibrant and CDC can prepare 2029.
We leave you right there. You've cheered. Let's take this other person. Go ahead. 1 minute. Let's hear you.
Thank you. Okay. This is Patoba.
Go ahead, Patoba. Let's hear you quickly. No time.
Your essential is leader of the scripture. When the children of Israel God said, then he sent them to Egypt because of their bad behavior was him. Now, the same reason, this point, the Liberians know that what belongs to them, they own there, and they say they didn't want the good. So we all will suffer. And that's easy to jump in the street because we love for it.
Okay.
We love for it and we get it.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, we leave you right there. Let's take this other person. How you doing? Go ahead, sir. Let's hear you quickly.
Yes, Mr. Oliver Khan, this is Randy.
Randy Dapper from the U.S. Go ahead, Randy. Randy, you are muted. Hello?
Yes. Yeah, can you hear me now?
Yeah, go ahead. Quickly, no time.
Yeah, so what I would like to hear Mr. Kojie say is not just word of mouth. he spoke about 7,000, 12,000. We would like to see the harmonization salary structure. The same position that Patrick Honda is in today. Where are those documentation after the harmonization to compare how much president we are, former president we are, public official in opposition we're making compared to what Patrick Honda and all are making? We want to see the documentation. This is the United States I'm calling from. I'm not calling from Liberia. We believe in documentation. I want to see that.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's take the other person. Go ahead quickly.
Okay. My name is Bill Nelson Swan. I'm calling from Duo Community.
Leave the radio, Bill.
Let me use the time to appreciate the major, because I always call it major because one is a major, major. You see, okay, for you to defend law is very hard. There's people come into power with laws, many laws, but we don't have afraid of them. That the 2 or 5 police cannot throw us from the street. We will tell them that this government, they need to do the right thing, because there's what they were preaching that they would do the right thing, and they lie to the people. They lie to Liberian people that they were going to do the right thing. So we are waiting to see, and we are watching them to see every move and every step that they will take.
Okay, we'll leave you right there. Let's take the other person. Go ahead quickly. No time. Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening. Quickly. No time. Quickly. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is Dinah Square. I'm calling from Bogota.
Go ahead, Dinah.
Yeah, Oliver, let me say thanks to Tamba Kojie for the brilliant deliberation. You see, the CDC is a political party that we have built ourselves on integrity and transparency, including the law for country. There is no African country sitting government will just easily take power over like that. So if Joe Biden claimed that he came to rescue the Liberian people, he should first start to rescue those corrupt attributes of him. You see, they always say that CDC is trying to avoid audit and all that kind of thing. CDC is not afraid of audit. You say you want to audit should be holistic. It should be very transparent.
Okay, it should not be selective.
You have quickly, in fact, Abdullah and Oliver, you have people that you play for inauguration because you gave them millions of dollars, but that inauguration was poorly planned, and then you were even fainting on the sun. So what have you done since then? So if you want to audit, you should first audit yourself to fight corruption. You got to start from under your feet before you can go outside.
Okay.
So they should do the right thing, then we'll support it. But if they do the wrong thing, we will resist them. That's it.
Okay, we'll leave it right there. Let's take the person. Go ahead quickly. No time.
Thank you. This is Alex Siwo, and I'll call you from the People Republic of Turkey.
Turkey, go ahead from Turkey. Let's hear you.
Yeah, sorry, I just came, so I still use my Liberian number.
Go ahead, Chief.
Thank you. And I sat and I listened to the most powerful Secretary General in the history of the world, and I'm very impressed that CDC is taking the official train right now. I mean, let me be clear and very honest with you. Any part of the world that I heard KOK once is being called by the party that people should assemble, KOK, trust me, there will never be a hesitation in returning to fight for the people's struggle. We are prepared, we are ready, and we can't wait to get the ball rolling.
Thank you very much. We'll leave you right there. Let's take this other person. We'll take 5 more. Then we go to the SG for his parting comments. This person, go ahead. 1 minute.
Good evening, KOK.
Good evening, Chief. No time. Let's hear you.
Let me say, President, good evening to the most powerful SG, Jefferson Kojie. Well, KOK, I'm Christian Prefer in the bio, and I do join the conversation from the headquarters of the Veterans Bureau on the Bible Avenue in the community.
Go ahead.
Well, let me appreciate the SGs for his splendid deliberation. And I want to say to the SG and our party hierarchies that nobody who are poor into the temptation right now that they are facing will push the party to put people onto the street. We are calculating all of the government mistakes. If the party and the members of the party decide to get to the street to hold a protest, we'll hold a protest. But no, I agree, members will force us to get on the street. I want the party to remain strong, and I will be at the party headquarters for our youth day on Saturday. I'm encouraging all partisans of the Congress was not going to change to assemble.
You got to come and pay money for that announcement. We leave you right there. Let's take the last three. Then we go back to the SG for his parting comments. Beginning with this one from the diaspora. Go ahead. Let's hear you, Chief.
Okay, good evening, my dear brother.
Good evening, Chief.
And good evening to the SG.
Go ahead.
I just called to say a big thank you to the SG. Let everyone all remain focused and remain strong. If anybody thinking that they will erase the party out of the political scene of Liberia, they are daydreaming. Just compare our ages, and with your age, the people that are saying that they want to erase the CDC. So where are the ages, and where are our ages? So they are daydreaming. So SG, thank you so much, and don't hold it around, and we are all here. We'll support you. But let me just say to Randy Dabu, ask their friends will give you all the documents when it comes to the harmonizations.
Okay.
He'll give you all.
Okay.
So, you can help Randy Dabu for that, to connect with their friends there.
We leave you right there. We leave you. Let's come back to Liberia and take the last three. Go ahead. Let's hear you quickly. Go ahead, man. CC, female general. You got to make power.
Thank you for everybody. I will make it power with you. And next time, I have to go to my daughter. Then I will spoil your whole day.
She's hearing you.
Yeah, my son, Coachy. How you doing, my son? Okay. This is my sister calling for Flower Town this evening. Let me say thanks to my son, Coachy. No, okay. Let me be very honest with you. I like to ask questions to my people when they come in studio.
Oh.
Yes, I'm telling you, this is great with you.
The next time your son coming, you can sit down in the seat. You asking all the questions.
I will come here. We come here with what there.
Okay.
I will respond to all the questions you ask me. I'm not no face here. But you can't look at me and ask the question. Oh, you are afraid to answer the question. What question you get for the answer? Yes, all your questions. What you want to say? What you want to say? No, you can't do that to us.
Make your contribution.
People, eh?
Go ahead.
Okay. We the party of we the CDC or we the CDC party. We're not for the HTK. We're not for the HTK party. You understand? Before you come and who's coming in the sponsor, because the second we are not good. You are voice, you are wrong, you are criminal, and you are cutting a salary, and you are all of my here. When you were just talking about the before, now they have the before, and you were talking, they are called two of one. So we have to fight for them. No, yes, they are not doing it. We have to fight for them when we're getting the seat. When they get someone. You know, see what I'm saying, getting the seat. When I put you on the phone, we're doing that. You understand?
Okay.
So they only put a suffering, and when you get to no, we can't go kill them. We won't pass it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much, man. Sisi. Sorry, we have to let you go and make room for this person. She's the last. Go ahead. Let's hear you. You're the last person.
All right. Thank you so much, KOK. Thank you to the honorable man in studio. My name is Shanti Kroma, and I call this evening from my resident in Stevie Top.
Go ahead.
Quickly, I want to tell the Liberians, right? The party came on a mantra of lies, so we are aware of their lies, and they cannot deter us. They do it to the young people of this country. The CDC, the young people in the CDC remain vibrant. We are not deterred. We resist them no matter what. They cannot threat us. They cannot deter us. They cannot scare us. So thank you very much.
Okay, thank you very much. There are 2 minute calls, but we cannot take all of those calls. We are time bound here on the platform, so we're going to go over to you, Honorable SG. You heard your people in about a minute, 30 seconds. What's your response to all of the issues raised? You listen to the callers.
Okay, I want to begin by you. Thank you. We also want to say thank you to Lester Vanja Colley. Again, happy birthday. We want to say thank you to all of our callers.
The second time you do the birthday.
Yeah, I see a lot of people say, I just want to follow trend. Man.
Okay.
See how we are. So the CDC is here to govern. The CDC is a people-driven institution. We also want to say to our people, His Excellency Dr. George Manawia, he's a people servant. He loved this country, and don't like it is a politics, Liberian people, to say that Mr. Weah is weak. No weak man can be successful the way he is. To be born in quarantine and defy the odds and become who you are. He's a very tolerant person. but historian has limit. The CDC has a point where they can say enough is enough.
Okay.
But you see, this year you need to be mindful. And the issue you raise about our legislators, you want to be very clear with you. We got some fundamental issue with them, but we know how to deal with them. And we are dealing with them the way we're supposed to deal with them. If that does not suffice, we can rest assured that we come here and those people will be named and shamed, and the CDC will take drastic action. Rana, really, you were asking me, I just sent a text to their fancy, and I told him to send all the requisite document that you may need. It will be shared with KOK, and I understand you and KOK have a very good relationship. I'm asking him now to share that with you.
Oh, you put
I
him in
want
the
to say
photo.
thank you, Rana, for the work you do, and all of you, all of our friends, want to say the CDC that you know will never die. We're about to have a very, very, very big program. We
Stop
on the
at-
first.
Stop at the business.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah, no
when
problem
you
with that.
got to pay for that.
Yeah,
announcement.
yeah.
Okay.
Want to inform you on beginning on the 11th and on the 14th, the CDC will announce a fundraising rally that will begin on the 1st of October and will end on the 7th of November. There are a series of activities. I want to say you cannot afford to be part of history.
Okay.
The CDC is about to shake the foundation of this country. Even the dead in the cemetery will be aware about what the CDC is about to do in this country. Don't be carried away. Oh, the CDC not doing this, the CDC not doing this. The CDC knows how to do what she knows best. Let Baka facing the reality. These people lied and deceived the Liberian people. All we need to do is to remind the Liberian people and say, yeah, they are. The issue about the bread and butter, the issue about the tuition, the issue about the health, the increasing the wage bill of our people, the issue about the hospital, the issue about every other thing we talk about. Mr. Baka is now in charge. He must be able to address those issues and not turn this place into a loafer republic.
Okay.
Thank you so kindly. Looking forward again to be your guest. Thank you ever so much.
call the ones we can call right here on the platform. So we are going number one. We are still going. Hoping that this person is going to pick up. Hoping that this person is going to pick up. Okay, let's hear you. How you doing, sir? How are you?
Yeah, how you doing, sir?
We are great, my dear brother. What is the name and where do you join us from?
My name is Solomon Reeves. I join you from Patrick Patrick.
Solomon Reeves from Patrick Factory, Solo.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Solomon Reeves. How many times did you play the cash giveaway with Solomon Reeves?
3 times.
Solomon Reeves. Your Reeves is Reeves?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Solomon Reeves from Battery Factory. Okay, so what are the last 2 numbers of your telephone number? 93. Solomon Reeves, we will send you 20,000 Liberian dollars. When you receive it, call us back. Congratulations. Okay, Solomon Reeves, congratulations, Solomon Reeves. That's exactly what it is. Congratulations, Solomon Reeves. Okay, all right, we leave you right there, Solo. It is about time now for us to run directly to the 100,000 draw.
It's about musical. There are crowds in many places, in every community, you know.